In the summer of 2021, a close friend and her mother stayed the night at one of the local motels and had a terrifying night. They woke up at around 3 a.m. to a woman screaming in the room next door. She needed help, and it sounded like she was begging for her life. The local police were called, and other hotel guests ran to the front desk asking for help. The hotel staff informed the other guests that nobody was staying in that room. "There must be someone in that room," they stated. "There is a woman begging for her life." When the local police arrived, the room was opened, and sure enough, it was empty. Who did they hear that night? Does the spirit of this woman still need help? We were called to investigate. Stay tuned. Mystery Media Group presents Case File 49.
You are listening to Mystery Media Group.
Yay! Before we begin this week's episode, I want to tell you about one of my favorite podcasts. Here we go. It's called Let Me Tell You a Scary Story. It's a paranormal podcast hosted by Anna Rose, who reads out true-life creepy stories every Friday. These stories have happened to ordinary people all over the world and simply cannot be explained. They ranged from ghostly hauntings, glitch in the matrix tales, unexplained time lapses, alien sightings, possession, near misses, demons, doppelgangers, stalkers, true crime, and much more. Not only this, Anna is an award-winning voiceover artist and is sure to hook you in with her excellent, smooth storytelling voice. So close the blinds, turn off the lights, snuggle under that quilt and enjoy Let Me Tell You a Scary Story, found on any podcast listing platform. Now it's time for our episode. We are excited to talk about our investigation at a hotel in Lava Hot Springs. This is a different hotel than the one we did the first time. And the reason we did this hotel was because of an experience that Allie had and some of the other guests that were staying at the hotel that night. Before we go into that, though, I want to just give a little history on Lava Hot Springs itself, because the entire town is pretty haunted everywhere you go.
Lava Hot Springs are a system of geothermal mineral springs in Bannock County.
Bannock County.
We are professionals.
Can I leave that in?
Bannock County, Idaho. The springs were historically used by local Bannock and Shoshone Native Americans. One part of the original Fort Hall Reservation, the springs and land were part of a treaty agreement between the Indians and the U.S. government in the late 1800s. Native Americans considered the land and springs sacred. A trapper by the name of Bob Dempsey kept a camp near the Portneuf River, and this area was named Dempsey, Idaho. In 1890, John Hall and his wife Selina, along with their 5 children, left England and moved to Dempsey, Idaho. He filed for a homestead of 160 acres because of the many visitors the springs attracted. John decided his homestead would be turned into a city, and he named it Hall City. The federal government purchased the springs and land, approximately 178 acres, including the springs. A 1902 act granted the lands of the state of Idaho to be held by the state for public use. Later, all rights of the operation, management, control, maintenance, and improvement of the lands and property were vested in the Lava Hot Springs Foundation, an agency within the Idaho Department of Parks and Recreation. The citizens decided to name the town Lava Hot Springs after the town's unique resource. It seems as though every building in this town has some haunted history attached to it. Is it due to the spring minerals and unique granite that the town sits on? Are the Native Americans obsessed with their sacred land? What was that? Was it this?
Uh-uh.
That was kind of creepy.
We just had a voice come through. It said 1905.
I heard it.
What
I
was
heard it too.
That is weird. We don't know what it came from.
Okay, anyways.
I don't think I have anything.
It sounded like it came from my watch, but I didn't have anything on there at the time. Are the Native Americans upset that their sacred land was taken away from them? Or is John Hall upset that he no longer had a say over the town he created?
After reading some of the history of the place, because we always assume that like Lava Hot Springs activity would possibly be due to the minerals in the water, possibly, all the limestone and other minerals and material that are there. But there's a large culture of Native Americans. We had both Shoshone and Bannock Indians, and it was their land until the government purchased it from them and they moved off. So are they still there? Are they upset by what happened to their land? Or possibly could it have been the guy who started the town, the gentleman, what was his name again?
John Hall.
John Hall. He built it and he, made this really great place out of it. And then, it would be another public property. He couldn't own it anymore. So there are several different theories, reasons why the entire town could be haunted.
So my question is, what's the reasoning behind, like, if it is the limestone or like the hot springs, like, why would spirits be attracted to that?
There's a theory that those types of minerals and such,
It's like a conductor.
yeah, they conduct spiritual, not even necessarily spiritual energy, but just energy in general.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
That's why
cool.
people
I didn't know
meditate.
that.
That's
Yeah.
why people meditate with like their crystals and their rocks.
Right. And this
Oh,
limestone.
that makes sense.
I think you've just got a perfect storm of so many different things going on there that there's a lot of activity.
Agreed.
That makes sense.
Certain minerals and rocks hold on to energy better and longer than others.
Okay.
It's a theory. We don't know if it's true, but
Well, hey, there are some rocks or some metals that hold heat better.
True.
So why not energy? Because heat is energy.
you are correct. And maybe that's the whole reason that the Native Americans liked that spot is because of their culture and they could tell that was a very spiritual place because of the energy that was there. By the way, we have 3 guests joining us tonight. We've got Cosette, Allie, and Amy, and they were all on this investigation with us. And again, the reason we decided to do this investigation was because of a experience that Allie had. If you want to talk about that, you want to tell us what happened?
Yes. So, me and my mom decided to go down to Lava because, it's an hour from where we live. So it's a fun little spot to go to the bar and just to go to the hot springs and have a little fun night away. So we went there and we stayed in the Lava hotels. And, it's this little old rundown hotel, but it's cheap to stay there. So we're like, whatever, we'll just stay and have a good time. So we went to the bar, we had some dinner, we had a few drinks, and then we went back to the hotel. By the time we got back to the hotel, it was like 2:30, and my mom had went to bed, and I had tried to go to bed, but I couldn't. And so I was up, and then right at 3 a.m., I started hearing this banging on the wall. I was like, what is that? So I kept listening, and it was this lady screaming, help me, someone help me. And it was in this tone, it just sounded like a ghost. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was drawn out, like, help me, someone, please help me.
That's really creepy.
I felt eerie. Like, I didn't feel okay. It kept going on. I kept hearing the banging. And so I was like, all right, something is wrong. So I shook my mom right next to me in bed. And she's a deep sleeper. This one, I'll woke her up anyway. But I was bawling at this point because this really freaked me out. And I was like, Mom, wake up. And she was like, all right, like, what's going on? And I was like, listen. So she was quiet and she listened and she heard it. The same banging. Like it was like boom, boom, boom. Help me, please. My mom woke up and she was like, what is that? And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, I'm going to call 911 because it sounded like someone in the next room was getting like either murdered or, really hurt or just held there against their will. And my mom got up and she went, opened up the outside door and stuck her head out. And she told me, I remember she's like, you stay there because you're not getting hurt. So you stay there, Mama Bear. And I stayed in the bed and there's a big window you can see outside to all the other rooms, kind of like it's like a big parking lot. You can see outside of there. So I saw people walking back and forth to that room right next to ours that they were hearing the noise from. So other people that had stayed in that hotel were hearing this as well. At this point, it's probably like 3:30, and my mom walked out there and talked to all the other people that were out there, and like all of our surrounding neighbors came out and they were knocking on the door that was in the corner room, the room right next to mine, and they were knocking on there, asking like, "Are you okay? Do you need help? Please come out if there's anyone in there." And by that time, it was silent. You couldn't hear anything else. And no one could get any response. A couple people went back in their room, but the person that was across from me in their room, they actually went up front and they tried to get a hold of someone in the office. So she got a hold of someone, and it was probably like 3:45 at this point. The noise stopped, so we're like, all right, let's go back to bed. Let's try to get some sleep. So I tried to get some sleep the best I could. I didn't hear anything else the rest of the night. But at about 8 a.m., I woke up and I called the front office because I was like, it was bothering me. Like, what could that be? So I called the front office and I was like, hey, last night there were some noise complaints from the room next to mine. And the lady at the front office was like, oh, yeah, we got a lot of complaints. People saying someone sounded like they were being hurt in that room, but no one was staying in that room. There was no one in that room. And I guess that night, they even went and checked to make sure there was no one in there. And there was not a single person in that room. And I promise you, it was coming from that room right next to mine. I put my ear on the door when it was happening, and I heard the banging and the yelling in that room. So why would there be no one there?
Well, you had the outer corner rooms, so the other walls were to the outside, not to other rooms, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah, there was only one wall.
yeah, we shared a wall. My mom actually did never believe in any paranormal stuff. She didn't believe in spirits. She didn't believe in anything. But that night, it changed her view completely. She believes in it now because I'm not kidding. You just know that feeling when you feel it, that it was something beyond this earth, you know?
How did you feel when they said that there was nobody in that room?
Oh, me and my mom, because we had it on speaker and we called and like checked in with them. We both got the chills head to toe. Like, what?
So nobody was renting that room, but they were so concerned that there were so many noise complaints that they went to double check and there was still nobody in there.
Yeah, they went and because like I'm not kidding, when all the noise was happening, it woke up all of the rooms around all of us. So they were all outside knocking on that door. Because it was a woman saying, help me, like you don't just ignore that.
So we rented that room for the night and decided we would investigate. We actually had 3 different rooms with our group. There was a group of us that went down, and we rented that room, the haunted one. And then we had another room that we decided just to do like a quick sweep, ask a few questions, get out a little bit of our equipment to see if there was any activity in the other 2 rooms. And we, as a group, all felt that this other room on the corner, opposite corner,
Was it ours?
actually felt different too. So we ended up investigating both rooms.
The room that I was in, was that the one where all this stuff went on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that next morning it was light outside, but we were sleeping in because we were up pretty late?
Yeah.
That something pulled the hair on the top of my head, right on my forehead. I was dead asleep, and I just thought maybe it was Michelle because I was snoring. She doesn't usually pull my hair; she usually pokes me. And when I opened my eyes, I was looking away from her, and she was dead asleep.
So
But
you're
whatever,
facing the opposite direction.
yeah, whatever it was, whatever happened, but it woke me up out of a dead sleep, pulled the hair on the top of my head.
Huh.
That was the only thing I experienced, but it woke me up.
We should have put a camera in there overnight.
Oh, that would have been cool.
If we had so we right at the end we investigated again. It was about 3:00 in the morning, and from that time, from like 3 to 4 that we were in that room, like nothing. There wasn't even anything coming through the spirit box. Or was there?
There was.
Did you get something?
So I did get a few things. So I think, we were like, well, there's no activity going on.
I
Everything's
was
settled
falling
down.
asleep.
Yeah. So we all just
We
went
didn't
to
hear a
bed.
thing.
There was a lot of people there with like kind of energy that was a little low, because we're all tired and stuff.
True.
And I'm wondering if the spirit could have been shy.
That definitely could be it. But we did get some stuff. So
Are we going to hear it?
yeah. We started out investigating the room that was the one with the activity, the big one. And we were in that room for maybe an hour, hour and a half.
We were all in that room. We were all there, and I felt a different feeling, a different presence, a different energy than in Mike's room.
Yeah. The quick little sweeps we did. Yeah, we started in there and then we did the other one. And then
So we did a little one in the corner room before everybody got there. And then we did the big group one in our room. And then we did the 3 a.m. one back in the corner room again.
so Allie did her very first Estes session where she got to listen to the spirit box while we asked the questions, and she did really good. Sometimes it's hard to hear with all the static and noise that's going on. So how was that for you, Allie?
Oh, it was so fun. Like, I have always wanted to do it, and it just like being there doing it in a place where really like a really big paranormal experience, like it was amazing. It was fun.
Was it amazing when you got your arm grabbed?
No, speaking of that, no, I got tapped on the shoulder in that room when I was doing the Estes session, and that freaked me out.
She thought it was me or somebody trying to tell her.
Yeah, she did.
Which is the same room that Michael got his hair pulled in.
Yeah.
She's like, didn't somebody tap me to tell me we were done? I'm like, no, you just. And I was sitting next to her, and she took her headphones off, and she thought somebody tapped her, but we didn't.
Yeah.
Like either stumbled and grabbed her arm or tapped her.
I thought it was Michael, but Michael said he didn't touch her.
Yeah, I thought it was Michael too, because he was on my left side, which is where I felt the tap, but everyone said that he had been doing something else. So
No, he was doing something else.
In fairness, I was eating chips, so
Yeah, popcorn.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, of course.
Did I say that? Sorry, was that out loud?
You're not wrong, but
Well, we were eating popcorn, so it's fine. So I just have a little transcript of part of that first Estes session. Different members of the group were asking the questions, but Allie was the one answering. So here we go.
Do you want me to read the answers?
Sure.
Can you read the questions?
Can you talk? This box in Allie's hand might be able to hear you.
Male voice, no.
Are you trying to prevent communication?
Male voice, I am.
Can you tell us what happened here?
Male voice, hi, Melissa.
Hello? Did you do something to your girlfriend?
Male voice, okay, rape.
Did you rape someone in this room? What is your name?
Female voice, scared.
Who's scared? We're here to help. You don't need to be scared. We mentioned the word guilty had come across Ovilus previously. So then Amy asked, do you feel guilty?
Male voice, all of them.
Was there more than one victim? We're not here to judge you. We just want to help. Do you need to get something off of your chest? At that point, the flashlight in the closet went off.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Does that mean you're still here? Can you try turning the flashlight off? And the flashlight dimmed, but it didn't go completely off.
Male voice. Hi.
Are you using the flashlight because the male is not letting you speak? Are you a female?
Male voice. It's us.
How many people are we speaking to?
Male voice. I'm cold. God.
Are you one of the cold cases? Are you afraid that God is going to judge you? At that point, we had the REM pod alarm with the temperature change. And then we got the word Amelia that had come across the ovulus. And that was the second time we've gotten that name.
Yeah, we did.
Is your name Amelia? And then we got the REM pod alarm again with the temperature change. Did something happen to you in the bathroom?
Female voice. Fire. Woods.
Can you tell us what that means? Can we talk to Amelia?
Male voice. No talk.
You do not have to listen to the man who's trying to keep you quiet. Can you tell us the year that you died? Does your family know where you are? All of us women are here to support you. What can we do to help?
Male voice. Dead.
Did you have anything to do with Amelia's death?
Male voice. 5.
Were there 5 victims?
Female voice. Not here.
And at that point, the flashlight starts to brighten again in the closet. And we got the words he and bad that had come across the ovulus. Were you locked in the closet? Would you like us to keep the closet door open? And at this point, Melissa and Allie both mentioned tingling on their heads. And Melissa, that's me. I remember feeling like there was somebody to my left standing right
I
behind
remember
me.
that.
Yeah.
And wasn't that the same time that Michael asked me where my feet were?
Yeah, because they were purple because they were freezing.
Right.
So
then also, was this the same time Emily was sitting by the closet and she was feeling very heavy, sick to her stomach.
yeah,
To her stomach. Yeah. That was the same time.
But I asked Mike to put the thermal on me to see if there was any sort of signature or whatever on the left.
Mm-hmm.
He got a picture that I'll show you in 1 second. But right after that, that's when you felt the tap on your shoulder.
No.
And
Yeah, Allie, you were able to see or hear any of this. This is probably your first time.
It is. Yeah, because I was just the one saying, what I heard.
That's right. You didn't hear the
So
question.
I'm like, wait, what?
This is the first time she heard the questions.
Sorry, I
Oh my
forgot.
gosh, this all went on without me.
Yeah.
So after you feel the tap on your shoulder, we got the male voice that said leave.
Oh, yeah. I remember
So
that.
I'm going to show you guys the picture that Michael caught on his thermal mic, and I'll let you talk about it. Okay.
This is not a window?
No, Michael will tell you what that is.
That is a picture, wasn't it, on the wall?
Yeah. It was a picture.
Yeah.
Of the wall.
But when you asked me, you said you felt like something was standing beside you. I turned my thermal imager over there and I hold my phone up and I record the thermal imager. And you can see the outline of somebody beside you. And you can kind of see their legs too down
I was
below.
going to say, I was kind of like skeptical because I thought maybe it was her
Reflection.
But then you see these legs.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what I said. So I'm going to describe the picture. You see me on the right, and I'm obviously very hot.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah. Melissa, you are.
She's burning red.
I'm burning red and white. And then to the left of me, there's a person standing there. You can see the head, the shoulders, and you can even see the legs, but it's purple, bluish purple. And at first, so there was a picture on the left of me as well. And I thought, well, maybe it's a reflection of someone from that picture, the glass in the picture frame. But if you look down here, you can see legs, and that's below the picture frame. Let me see if I can zoom.
Well, after we looked at this picture the first time, we looked around. There was nobody standing across from that picture on the wall.
No,
There could not have been anyone reflecting.
you see the head, shoulders, legs. You even see the feet right there.
Oh, and I didn't even see the bottom half before.
Yeah, that's insane.
Right here. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
And like on that same situation is when I felt the tap on my shoulder. Like there was
Everybody was-
definitely something there.
That's when Emily got sick to her
Mhm.
stomach.
It's when
Yeah.
Everybody started getting weird.
I had this overwhelming feeling that someone was keeping her from talking. Like somebody wanted to say something but was afraid or being.
No. And when I was listening to the voices too, like when I was listening to
The spirit box.
when I was listening to that, I just felt like they didn't, like the person that was talking to me didn't want us here.
Yeah, like he didn't want us to find out what happened.
That
Yeah.
happens a lot.
That does happen. I feel like that happens almost every time we go
Mhm.
somewhere.
So I did get some EVPs. I can tell it's a woman speaking, but I cannot understand a lot of what it says.
Really?
So we're just going to go through these together. And I want to know what you guys hear.
Oh, that.
What?
Did you say that they don't usually want us there? Is that what
No,
you said?
I just feel like they usually, yeah, that is what I said. I just feel like there's always somebody
So it's
who
not
wants
just the living, it's the dead as well.
Yeah. I feel like there's always somebody who wants to talk that's not able to talk because of something.
But we do have
Like-
that effect on people. And apparently we have that effect on dead people as well.
We can clear out a McDonald's pretty quickly, so it
We
must be
can.
bad.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Okay.
But yeah, I
Okay.
agree. We do get that a lot. Okay, I'm going to share this first one.
Can you tell us your name?
Okay, I understand.
Could you hear it at all?
Yeah.
No, I heard it, but it just sounded mechanical.
And it often does come across that way, especially after you clean it up a little bit. And because I had to amplify it quite a bit.
Gotcha.
To me, it sounded like "fu," but
I've gotten that before too.
I'm
From the
sure
living or the dead?
Both. Let's see if this is any better or if it's worse.
Can you tell us your name?
It's a 2-syllable word,
Yeah.
and then you'll hear a tap. But I don't know what the word is. I can't tell. It could be "fu." When I was first listening to these, I thought it sounded like a woman, but because it's so mechanical, it could very well be.
You don't think it's a scream?
Could be.
Or is it definitely a duh? I guess it is, probably.
Listen.
Help me. I kind of got help me.
Help me.
Do it again. Like she's screaming it.
I don't know.
Maybe that's just because it's on my mind. I don't know.
Yeah, it's 2 syllables, but I can't make them out either.
well, it could have been "help me" too. That's what you were hearing in that room before.
Yeah, true.
That's what I
That's
felt,
true.
But I'm just hearing that because that's what I want to hear.
Because when my mom was in our room and we did, we had a little investigation in there, she heard "help me" as well over the spirit
That's
box.
right. She did. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's right.
I forgot about that.
Okay, here is the next EVP.
Did something happen to you in this room?
I hear hello.
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 Yeah.
Wait, or is it help? It's like a whisper.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know.
Can you play it one more time?
It's a word. I just don't know what it says.
I either
I
hear
help.
help or hello. Hello.
Yeah.
What was the question I asked? I asked.
I don't even know what you asked.
Did something happen to you in this room? Is it a yes?
Is she whispering?
Oh, maybe hell.
Held?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I get that.
I hear help.
Could be.
Either help or held. not hello because it's not really.
Yeah, I don't think it's hello.
The inflection on hello is different than help. The inflections on the.
I think it's a one syllable word.
I hear held or help.
Held could
Starts
be.
with an H. It's like a whisper.
Yeah.
But maybe she's whispering help because he is not letting her talk loudly.
Maybe. All right, here's the next one.
Is anyone here with us? If you're here, you can put that flashlight in and just brighten it up so we know that you're here.
That's a full sentence.
Oh,
That's
it is.
scary.
But
That's like a whisper too.
I don't know what it says.
I am not good at these. I can
I'm not
pick
good at
out that.
Well,
this is
obviously, I'm not
definitely-
either.
Yeah, somebody was communicating something.
They were whispering a whole ass sentence.
Yeah,
right
that's a
there.
whole sentence. And and it's weird because I'm pulling these off of my little EVP recorder. And the only reason I even really know it's there is because when I put it on the Adobe, you can see tiny little things like this one. You can't tell what I'm pointing at, but that. So I amplify them and that sometimes that makes it worse because then it makes it sound mechanical, but I don't know how else to do
Play
it.
it again.
So, okay, I'm going to play the sentence. So I'm asking, is anyone here with us?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
That one's hard.
Last word sounds like die.
Yeah, it does sound like that with an echo.
Help me, I don't want to die.
I don't know what I hear.
Definitely has something with die in it, I think.
I feel like the last word
Same.
sounds like die, but is it just because I'm reading into it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I hear just die at the end. Like just die.
Just let me die.
He just let me die?
Just let me die.
I hear just die for sure.
But now you're gonna have to play it again so I can know. That's
Wanna do that.
definitely a good one. If we could just.
Yeah,
Some people have an ear for that. I don't.
I don't
But I
either.
definitely hear die.
Just die.
I feel like it's
Just
let
something, just
let me
die.
die, or he just let me die. Any of
Okay.
our listeners want to
Wait,
let us know?
Okay, here we go.
What?
Here we go. Play it one more time. Yeah, I hear just die.
Yeah, something. Just
Same.
die.
It's almost like just let
But
me
it
die, or
sounds
he just let me
Mel
die.
voice almost to me.
I think
so
it
like,
sounds like a Mel as well.
Huh.
so I'm wondering if
again.
the Mel said like just die, like
Yeah, it doesn't sound female to me either. I was gonna say that. It's like she's whispering in the beginning and he takes over and says just die.
yeah.
Like it's like she's trying to whisper and he's whispering over her at the very end.
Yeah, because you've got two different tones.
For sure, yeah.
It's
One's,
crazy.
one's very high, one's very low.
I'll see if I can clean it up anymore, and if I can, I'll let you guys know. But I'm not promising anything.
I think we're on the right track though, because you definitely got it to the point where you can hear those last two words.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The next one.
Is there something you'd like us to know?
I feel like it still helped me.
I thought it said F you.
Oh.
One more time.
Is there something you'd like us to know?
What do you think, Mike?
I think he said F you.
That's what I
Why is
hear.
Michelle's voice so calming? Michelle's voice is so calm.
I know. That's why she's good at doing this. They talk to her because she's like,
She's so motherly.
Yeah. We'll play it one more time. Does it sound male or female to you?
I can't tell.
Female to me.
It does sound high pitched.
Do it one more time.
Unfortunately, they're not great recordings.
That's okay.
I think we have one more. Okay, here's one more.
Is your name Amelia?
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Isn't that creepy?
Play it again.
Okay.
Is your name Amelia?
What? Okay.
That was so obvious.
And
yes.
it's like a whisper.
Yeah.
Like, yes. Yes.
that is
A lot of this
absolutely
is
yes.
whispering.
It's because she's
Which-
scared, I think. The
Yeah.
Which is the weird thing is when I heard like help me, someone help me, it was it was help me, like yelling, but it was like whisper yelling.
When you mentioned that, though, like the help me, I'm thinking of a younger woman. And when I hear this, yes, it definitely sounds like a younger woman to me.
No, it
Yep.
definitely sounds like the voice that I heard that night.
They give you chills.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad. Yeah.
I'm
Dude,
gonna,
that gives me chills.
I'm gonna play it one more time because it's so good.
Is your name Amelia?
So clear.
That is
Yeah.
crazy. It's like a quick yes. Like,
Mhm. Yes. Okay, then we moved on to another room. This is the Estes session we did in your room, Allie.
Mhm.
And I believe your mom was listening, correct?
Yes.
So we had gotten the words fragile and finance on the ovulus.
Mhm.
And we did get what looked like somebody walking across the laser grid in the closet. I wanted to show you.
Man, it looked like that guy was doing the Macarena in the closet.
I mean-
It was crazy. It was weird. That was amazing. We
Oh.
got something in that closet for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to show you the clip. All right.
Sorry.
Bella would be like, huh?
Yeah, no kid. They all would be. They'd be like, whatever. So that's weird though. There's a room between something.
It almost looks like two people.
yeah, the girl and the guy.
One's getting thrown around and one is.
Is there anyone here that wants to talk to us? You can communicate with us through the spirit box.
It's just so weird. Me either. It almost looks like two people.
Guys, probably.
We do have several devices that could help you communicate.
I mean, that carried on for, a long time.
It did.
Kind of weird.
And then when it was done, it was done. There was nothing else.
It just disappeared.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
disappeared.
I had filmed that for quite a while we were doing the Estes session. I just had my camera on it. So after we got the word fragile and finance, we asked, were you having financial difficulties? Were you trafficking women for money?
Male voice. What?
Were you having financial difficulties?
Female voice. Snitch.
Who was the snitch? What's your name?
Male voice. Jack.
How old are you, Jack? After I asked the question, how old are you, Jack? She started hearing a lot of male voices coming through the spirit box, and she said it sounded like they were having an argument. And then we got the words bi and homicide on the ovulus. And then I asked, is this regarding a cold case? And Michael mentions that he sees a shadow cross in front of the closet.
And there was a female voice. Help me.
That's why we came. We're here to help. Do you know you don't have to stay here?
And female voice. Sorry.
You don't need to be sorry. Anyway, that's all I put on there.
Yeah, I think that's about all we got for that room.
We didn't get a ton in there, but I thought it was really weird that we got the thing on the
The grid.
grid and Michael saw a shadow go across the
That was in the closet.
yeah, which is in the same area where the grid was. So
Interesting.
yeah.
I've never seen the grid do anything, honestly. So
I've only seen it do it one other time.
in that place where I threw up.
Yes, that place.
Right,
but it-
not helping.
The weird thing about that was that we did get some activity at Asylum 49, but not that much. The two other times I've gotten activity on that laser grid, it's been blue.
Interesting.
So, and we checked for like vents, but it's not supposed to really pick that up, but there weren't any. I don't know.
It was a closet. There's nothing.
There's
there.
absolutely nothing there.
No, I feel like a closet would be colder.
Yeah,
Yeah, not warmer.
sure.
Yeah, and you were always checking for drafts and things just to make sure that we weren't reading something in that wasn't there.
Mhm.
Yeah. So after we did that room, we kind of just chilled for a little bit, and then we decided to go into the haunted room again at about 3:00 in the morning. And it was really strange because we did get a little bit of flashlight activity, but that was kind of hard to tell because it wasn't really responding on command. Did you
Mhm.
think?
No.
No, in my opinion, it wasn't. And then we did get some EMF activity. but we weren't sure if that had anything to do with some of the other electrical devices that were in there. But the really strange thing to me was we had this spirit box going, but absolutely nothing was coming through. No radio station, nothing, just static.
I remember that.
We should have had something coming through because we were before.
Yeah, what the heck? I didn't realize
So
that.
do you guys think he was really trying to silence all communication and not?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that some possible? Because radio stations are coming from, I don't, it's not.
In some way? I have no idea, but
Well,
That's interesting.
so weird.
I also think is maybe she was a little shy. And when we were in my room, she was trying to communicate with us. It was just like the 4 or 5 of us. But then we went into that room and it was a lot of people.
And that's
So like that could have had to do with it, maybe. Not this really big feeling that had to do with it.
oh, I'm
It's
sure it
maybe
did.
because there was so many people, she just didn't feel comfortable.
I'm sure it did. I can see where that would be very intimidating. I did pull 2 things off the spirit box that showed up. So I'm going to play those for you. And we're asking, at this point, we had some flashlight activity. So that's why the question.
Are you trying to get brighter? You're doing a really good job. Can you make it go any brighter? Or turn off all the way?
No.
No.
That was no.
Play again.
We'll play the very last part again.
That gave me the chills.
Or turn off all the way?
And that's a girl.
Yeah,
Same
that's
voice.
a girl.
It's the same voice.
It is. And
Yeah, same voice.
and I'm asking her, can you turn that flashlight off? Can you? And it's like she's trying because you know how it was kind of flickering.
Yeah.
It was like she was trying, but then she's like, no, I can't. It's not working. That's what I got.
I'm
out of it.
wondering if his energy overcomes hers, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Wow, that was a very clear no.
All right, here's one more.
Do you come to sit in the hot tub?
That's a guy.
Yeah, and it almost
Guy is a guy.
sounds like there's several words in there.
Do you come to sit in the hot tub?
What's going on?
I heard hot tub.
I did too, Ellie.
Really? I hear what's going on.
I hear what's going
yeah.
on.
Wait.
What do you think,
I
Mike?
don't know if it's just the power of suggestion, but
Exactly.
yeah, I hear what's going
That
on.
was the first thing I heard is what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear what's going on.
Yeah,
Come to sit in the hot tub?
That's what I heard. The very first time I heard is what's going on.
or maybe a lot's going on.
Oh,
Maybe.
a lot. Yeah, because there's a lot of people in there.
That could very well
There
be.
was.
Yeah, it could be.
A lot's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
It does sound like a lot going on.
Yeah. So what's your takeaway from all this, girls? What do you think?
I think it's exactly what we thought in the first place.
Yeah.
Something bad happened. The guy and girl.
I think the girl's really shy, but
Mhm.
that's just the feeling that I had is she was shy. She didn't want to come out in front of all these people.
What do you think, Mike?
They must take my energy because I usually end up falling asleep. So
I know. What the heck?
I don't have the same gift as you guys.
Well,
I don't
Michael,
always.
Michael. No, but listen, do you remember what Miriam told you?
Which
She said-
time?
Well, I think she told you twice.
She told me to shut up once. So.
Yes, she did. But Michael is the protector of the group. His energy basically surrounds the entire place and keeps everybody safe. Whether he knows it or not, that's what he does.
Mhm.
So, Michael, to me, it would make sense that if you're doing that, even if it's not intentionally, it's going to drain your energy and you're going to fall asleep.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Yes.
And you do that unintentionally, like you don't know you're doing it, but that's your job.
I don't think I even realized as much until she said something.
Yep.
But yeah,
She told me that my job in the group was to keep everybody grounded.
what you mean, like ground your kids?
Like
Is that the
grounded,
reason?
like
Mhm.
keeping you here and not letting your mind go,
Focus.
You know what I mean?
Oh no, my mind is always like this.
So is mine, but like she just told me that my job was to keep everybody grounded, keep them, not from freaking out, not, all that stuff.
I think that's true.
I can see that. Anything you want to add?
I think it was fun.
Would you ever want to do it again?
Heck yeah.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was our investigation of Lava Hot Springs Hotel. If you enjoy our show, please like, subscribe, and leave a 5-star review. For more information, you can visit www.destination-mystery.com. Find your own destination
and solve the mystery.